Now, we've interviewed authors, activists, politicians, and just a variety of people. We now have close to 300 interviews in our portfolio, and we've learned from each of them, and we have loved doing this show since 2009. But we are a business-based organization, and our top priority is sharing information that enhances your success and your business visions. Our guest today is Amol Singh, CEO of LiveTraders.net. He heads for traders. So if you've been thinking about entering that arena, be sure to visit them at LiveTraders.net. Let's welcome Amol Singh, CEO of LiveTraders.net, to the show. Good morning.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Great. Wonderful to have you. Now, we start each show by asking our guests to share with our listeners a little bit about themselves. Tell us, how did you get started in this industry?
Well, I started trading when I was in college, and that's where I, got interested in the stock market. And obviously, initially, people just start in the stock market with the allure of, quick money. But sooner or later, you realize that's not really the case. And, just like any other profession, you got to give it some time to get educated, to get trained, and that's where you'll start to make money. So in college, I started off trading, and obviously didn't make any money since the first couple months. And then I, got trained. I got trained. I got educated, and reality set in. I realized, okay, it's not as easy as just buying and selling random stock. So I got educated. I got trained, and then I just started, testing my strategies on a demo account, which is virtual money, or just maybe writing it down on a paper. That, okay, what if I bought here? What if I sold here? I started tracking my strategies, and, in about 6 months' time is when I really got to making some money. Before that, it was just like making it, losing it, and it wasn't really working out. So after 6 months is when things started to kick in, started making consistent money, and then over a year started, just making a little more money, increasing the position size every time that we were taking, and then started trading for a professional trading firm. And traded for them. They had a profit split, so they used to fund me with the capital. I used to trade. We used to share the profits, and then I decided to go at it alone because I was doing really well, so why split my profits with someone else? So I decided to go at it myself, started trading, found some other like-minded people who were trading the same strategies as me, and then and we were doing really well, and we used to get people asking us on Twitter and emailing us, hey, what do you think of this? What do you think of that? And, how can they get started? And we frankly just got tired of, answering the emails. So we thought we'll start LiveTraders.net, which is an educational firm where we provide, training material, courses, and then taking traders from the beginning, the basics of stock market, and taking them to the professionals. So should they wish to create passive income, if they already have a job, then they'll be trading more passively, which is buying something, maybe selling it 2-3 days later, or maybe like a week later. And then there's some traders who want to give themselves the full professional trading field. They want to get into it, and that's their only job. Then we take them into a different style of trading, which is more active. And that's how we got started. Now we, train and, even sometimes fund professional traders so that they can trade and, achieve their goals in the stock market, because education and training is super, super important, because this industry has a extremely high failure rate, and not many people would tell you that. It does have extremely high failure rate. So, the goal is just to educate traders, get them to where they want to be, and so that they could just shorten down their learning curve and not have to go through the same things we did initially.
You're listening to Chicago's Black Business Radio Network. Today's segment is CBBN Business Journals. Our guest today is Amol Singh, CEO of LiveTraders.net. Now, what college did you go to? You started this when you were in college. What college did you attend?
I went to Brunel University in London.
Okay. And so how many years have you been doing this?
I've been doing this for about 3 years, but I would say professionally I've been doing it for 2 years. The first year was just getting started, and then after that has been the 2 years I've been doing it professionally now.
Okay. And so basically you did not start out in the business. So as with any trader, which at one time I thought I was, it is about losing money because if you're not trained, you're just out there gambling, are you not? It's just you're just really throwing money up in the air pretty much, which is pretty much what I was doing. So the difference in success, you are saying, is the training and education. Is that what you're telling us?
100%, because people treat trading a little bit differently. They think they could just watch a video on YouTube, read some article, maybe read the Wall Street Journal for the first time, and then just go out and buy whatever they're saying. But they will realize it's not that easy. It's just like any other profession. Like there's lawyers, they go to law school, they spend all that time, all that money, all that effort in their education, then they intern at some place, and then they finally get to being a lawyer. Same for medical school for any doctors. So traders somehow treat it differently. They think they can just read an article, watch a video, and start trading. But good thing about trading is that you don't have to spend all that time and money like a law school or a medical school. However, you can get educated just like any other profession. Just get your training on, try it out first with maybe smaller money or even demo or paper money. Just try it out, see if it's working out, get educated, and that's when you'll really make it. And that makes the difference. That makes all the difference in this industry, because you're competing against people like me. You're competing against professional traders out there. Because when you're buying a stock, there's someone out there selling it to you. So either he's right or you're right. And the way you determine that is by your education.
That's great. I did like in your introduction, one of the things you said, people were emailing you and tweeting you, and this is how ideas are developed. This is how businesses are created. They were asking you all these questions, and you were answering them for free. So you decided, here we go. It sounds like a business niche,
Yeah.
And I'm just sharing this with our audience because that's how businesses are created. That's exactly how they are created. There was a need for the information, and that's what you're doing. You're fulfilling the need. Tell me this now. If I were to visit the site, livetraders.net, what would I find?
Well, once you visit the website, surprisingly, since we're traders more than web designers, the website is really simple. So you go on there. You will see three things. You would see the PTS course, you would see the live trading room, and then you'll see the swing trading newsletter. So with the course, it's pretty simple. It's a 2-day course. This was taught live in May, but now, obviously, since we don't want to teach it live every time, it takes up a lot of our time, we recorded that whole live event along with the 500-page manual that we have and all the other tools that we give. So they can go there, they'll find the course, and then on the other tab, we have the live trading room, which I think is the best in the industry because of the fact that we just don't give you a course and be like, all right, you've taken the course, off you go. Because in that room, I'm actually trading myself. People can hear my voice as I'm trading. They can even see my screens, including my position statements. And I also am verbally calling out trades. And some people ask, okay, what do you think of the stock of Microsoft? It looks like this pattern that you taught in our course. Then I'll go over it, say, you know what, yeah, it's okay, it's not that great. And I'll give the feedback in real time. And I think after the course, it's best to learn in a real-time market environment where things are actually moving and it's not just a slide from a book. And that's what they'll find in the live trading room. There are me and 2 other traders. We trade live every single day so people can watch us trade. And even if we're winning or we're losing, they can watch us trade. And that's one of our main services. Then the other one is the newsletter. Our newsletter is geared more towards someone who already has a job and doesn't have all the time to give to trading, but he still wants to get involved, maybe a little longer term, not every day. And the newsletter, we offer what we're personally trading in our longer term wealth building accounts. Now, longer term for us could be buying something today, selling it 3 days later also. Buying something today, selling it a week after. So we go over that in the newsletter, why we're buying it, why do we think it's a good idea, and then we'll also show you here our position statement. We actually bought it as well. We're not just saying it. So we'll show you all that thing, and that's more geared towards someone who wants to just trade part-time and just get involved in the markets.
That sounds great. So this is more like being actively involved in your own trading and not going through a broker, but learning to do it yourself, starting from scratch, correct?
Exactly, because brokers, I mean, they have a conflict of interest. They want you to trade. They don't want you to make money. They just want you to put on trade because they will get commission per trade. So you buy something, they'll get a commission. You sell something, they'll get a commission. So they won't get money if you're making money. They won't care if you're losing money because they just want you to trade. So that's why there's always a conflict of interest on the broker side of things. They will never teach you. They'll just give you the basic information you need to push the button to buy or sell. And I mean, that's why brokers just, if you learning from someone who's previously been a broker, it's best to run as far as away, far from them as you can. And I'm talking from personal experience here, so I'm talking from personal experience. I've been, involved in those things before, so.
I get you. Now, so you're saying to us and our audience specifically that the major reason people fail in the stock market is, I'm not going to say it's the brokers, but a lack of knowledge, basically, is what's going on, right?
Yeah, I would say two main reasons. One is obviously lack of knowledge because, again, they're competing with traders like me. They're competing with traders from big banks and hedge funds, and it's kind of naive to think of it that you'll just go online, watch a video, and start making money. And the second reason is also people's psychology, is that they might learn something, but they might not have, the guts to basically follow their own trading plan. They might think, okay, this stock looks good based on what I learned in the course. I'm going to buy it here at $46. I'm going to sell it at $48. And then what happens? They buy it at $46. Stock goes up to $46.50. Now they suddenly see a little bit of money in their account. And now they don't hold it to that $48 target. They just take their small little profit. So what happens every time is they cut their profits really short. But when it's a loser, they'll be like, maybe I'll give it a little more room. Maybe it comes back up, and then they just hold the losing position. So what happens over time is that the losers are bigger than their winners, and it won't. The mathematics of that just wouldn't work out.
Okay. I just want to ask you a simple question, and then we're going to go to a break and come back and ask you a little bit more about LiveTraders.net. What's going on in Greece? Like, I know everything that's going on in Greece, but how does the global market, and I believe it was down this morning, the stocks, the Dow Jones was down this morning. How does that affect us on the trading floor?
Now, that's a good question because, a lot of people out there would think, the market is, selling off right now because of what's happening in Greece. Then that would equal to traders losing money. But that's actually not the case because we're actually trading based on technical charts. So our strategy is based on technical trading and not really what's happening macro environment. We're looking at the chart, we're looking at the patterns and what happens because as traders, you have many options. You can, the only option is not to buy and then sell it higher. There's another option concept, which is a little complex, so I don't want to go into it, but it's just called shorting. Basically, you're not buying the stock. You're basically selling it, and you're betting on the prices to go down. So that's another thing that you can do when you learn how to trade. Instead of press the buy button, you just press the sell button. The broker will loan you the shares. Now you're short that stock at a price, and as the stock goes lower, you buy the stock back up, return it to your broker, and then you make that difference. So when the market's going down, it actually offers more opportunity for traders to make money. So what's happening in Greece, that's the best part. We don't need to know about it because all we're focusing on is the chart patterns, what's happening on the technicals of the market, not the fundamentals of the market.
I get you. We're going to take a short break. We're going to come back with Amol Singh, CEO of LiveTraders.net. You're listening to Chicago's Black. Today's segment is CBBN Business Journals. Stay with us, and we'll be right back. Thank you, and we're back. Today's segment is CBBN Business Journals. I'm Sonia Cassandra Perdue, founder of Chicago's. Let's welcome back our guest for today, Amol Singh, CEO of LiveTraders.net. And we're getting some good information out here. Welcome back to the show. Now, let me ask you this question because I'm interested in it. It sounds like a great ride. And I would love to see you live trading and everything that's going on. I've never experienced that. So that's a good deal to me. Now, every day there are shows and experts and so much information out here. How do you handle all of that information? Who do you listen to? I guess I just it's so confusing. How do we handle that?
About the information, sorry, I didn't quite catch the question. There was a little bit of the disturbance on there. If you could just quickly repeat that.
No problem. You know, you get up early in the morning. If you're into trading, there's all these advice experts, and there are all kind of shows on trading, and there's all kind of websites on it. Buy this, sell this, do this. How do we ascertain what's going on out here with all of that information?
Well, the best thing for a newer trader would be to shut off the TV, shut off all the websites, and then just focus on what you've learned and try and execute that. Because a lot of times what will happen is they would have learned something in the course. They would go to trading and they would see exactly what we taught in the course, and they will be like, no, it's not possible. Am I seeing it right? They start doubting themselves, or if they heard on their technical analysis tells them this stock is a good buy right here, but they heard someone on CNBC, for example, say that this stock has issues going forward with their earnings, and they start to doubt themselves, right? And they never get into what they've learned. And what happens? Stock actually ends up going where they thought, and now what happens is stock actually goes up big time. They missed the train, and then they will jump in late, and now the stock is going to pull back. So it's just best to forget everything, find 1-2 experts that you really like, that you really associate to, and then go with them, but then forget anything else. If you listen to too many things, you're just going to confuse yourself, and you're going to be in that cycle that I call like a churn cycle, where you're just listening to this guy, this guy, this guy, this guy. Everyone's saying different things, and now you're totally confused. You don't know what to do. You've got what we call paralysis by analysis, and you're not able to put on that trade. So best thing, find 1 or 2 people you associate to, but more importantly, learn to do this yourself so that you can only listen to yourself and not anyone else. And if there's someone out there that's not willing to share his own position statements, you got to be a little bit wary, because this industry is a little bit, there's a little things that go on here. So if someone's not willing to tell you, what he's doing himself, then don't listen to his analysis. That would be my main criteria.
I get you. Just cut through the chase. Don't listen to them. Learn how to do it. I get you. Yeah. Now, there are, and I know that there are a lot of training educational firms out there. Tell us what really makes you different, although you shared some of that with us, and how have you become so popular and achieve your great reputation that you have in such a short span of time?
I think the way we were able to do that, even as traders and also as business, is that we actually genuinely shared stuff that was useful to the clients and the customers. And that is the key to any business, be it trading, be it any business that you're in. Just be genuinely interested in the issues and genuinely be interested in helping people. If you're just in it to make money, that's not really it. You've got to be passionate about the industry, because a lot of people come into trading thinking to make money, but they don't really love trading. So if you love what you do, I think things will totally align up and then, make you the success that you want to do. And also one of the reasons to that was our transparency. If people say, okay, you called this stock long, here, what about you? Did you actually take it? And we will pull up our own trading platform and show them our own statement. Hey, see, we actually bought the stock where we were telling you guys as well. So it's more being transparent with the trading. And even if we lose money some days, we will show people, hey, look at this. We're actually down $1,000 today. And we will show you that. We have no problem, because we know over a series of weeks, over a series of months, we're going to make money. There will be days where we lose money. There will be trades that we will lose money. But over a time of a week or a month, the probabilities align up, and that makes us successful. And I think people appreciate that. People have been noticing that there's so many education firms out there that give you a course, and then that's it. You're done. Go off, do your own trading. But we actually take you every single day, and you can watch us trade. And I think the main success will be just transparency and being genuinely interested and passionate about helping people.
That's great. Now tell us how, if someone has an interest, how would they get started on LiveTraders.net? What's the first thing they should do?
I think the first thing they should do is to maybe schedule a phone consultation so where we can judge where you're at, because maybe you think active style of trading would be for you, but maybe it's not. Maybe we decide that based on your your current job, your current situation, maybe it's not right for you just yet. And we have nothing to hide or try to sell you a course which is not for you. So it's just best to maybe schedule a phone consultation. And it doesn't need to be a phone consultation. You can email us your situation. We can take a look at it. And then after that, it's best to start with our introductory course. We have kept that super, super affordable so that anyone can buy, just so that the course will give you an insight into how we trade, our methodology, what it takes to be a trader, and then you can decide if it's for you or not. And if you decide if it's for you, then you go for our flagship course, which is the Professional Trading Strategies course. And that is the only course we offer, because we don't believe in having 10 courses like other firms do, because they tell you, oh, take this course. You're still not making it, take this course. You're still not making it, take that course, maybe the advanced course. So to keep it simple, we just have one course. If you like it, if you think trading's for you, go take that course, come in our live trading room. And I think that's what I would suggest people to start with. Start with the intro course and see if you'll even like it. Maybe you don't even like trading at all.
That's true. And is there a charge for your newsletter? Can we just go to livetraders.net and sign up for your newsletter?
You can sign up for the basic newsletter in that on the website homepage. You will be receiving a short ebook when you sign up for free, and you can see that ebook. You'll also get a little idea on how we trade. And the Swing newsletter, the one that is for part-time people, that is a paid subscription-based newsletter. So for now, just sign up for the free newsletter, get our ebook. We're on Facebook. We are on StockTwits, LinkedIn. Go out there. We post a lot of good material on there, educational material, blog posts, as well as our own daily results. We post, this is what we did today, this is what we did today. And you can just follow us for a while, see if trading is something that you want to get into to create some income or to create some extra income. And then when you decide to go on it, then you can take the plunge.
That's wonderful. Well, that's what we're going to adjust. Amol Singh, we want to thank you for being with us today. Amol Singh is the CEO of LiveTraders.net, and that's what we're going to suggest, Amol, that they go to LiveTraders.net, sign up for the basic, review the website, of course, and look at some of the tools that are there. Sign up for the basic newsletter to get a feel for what's going on and what it is that you're offering, and start following. If you have an interest, start following it and learning from that. And then they can email you for a consultation or even call you for a consultation, correct?
Yeah, they can just email at info@livetraders.net, or they can email me directly should they wish, Anmol, my first name, @livetraders.net, and then we can judge based on where you're at and take a look at your goals.
That's been great. You shared some great information with our listeners, and we certainly appreciate you being on the show today, and we look forward to connecting with you. What's your handle on Twitter?
My handle on Twitter is @Delta90, DELTA, the number, the letter base 90, NINETY. So @Delta90, that's the Twitter handle, and they can follow us, and we also post what we're trading on a daily basis.
Oh, great, great. Thank you for being with us again. I have really enjoyed this show. This is what CBBN Business Journals really is all about, sharing this type of information, learning, and he's calling us. So we're glad to have the opportunity to go global with LiveTraders.net today. You've been listening to Chicago's Work. Today's segment is called CBBN Business Journals. I'm Sonia Cassandra Perdue, founder of Chicago's Business Network. Check our page again. Ron Hicks, CEO and owner of Chicago's Steam basketball team, will be our guest on July 15th. We are changing the way that Chicago connects. Visit us at